Oh, we got to do that. We need to do that. We should have done it. Best unis of the day. Mitch, we got to do that, bro.
What?
Hey, you guys ready to go? Let's go. Oh, we're live. All right, we're ready. All right, folks, we are back for the nightcap. North Point Grizzlies taking on the Washington Blue Jays, and we got some starting lineups for you here. First, for the visiting North Point Grizzlies, leading off, number 7, Joe Gonzalez. In the 2-hole, number 3, Brendan Dickherber. In the 3-hole, number 12, Kevin Mangrum. In the 4-hole, number 24, Jack Cowling. He will also be on the bump. In the 5-hole, number 20, Peyton Burdell. In the 6-hole, number 15, Brady Eisenbath. In the 7-hole, number 9, Braden Clousey. In the 8-hole, number 10, Jack Coppage. In the 9-hole, number 4, Aiden Cox. And for the home team, the Washington Blue Jays, which will also get the defensive stuff here in just a moment. You can throw that up if you want to there, Drew, and I'll call that out as we go along with the starting lineup. How's that? Oh, yeah. Number 11 in the leadoff spot, and Colton Carrier also playing third base. In the 2-hole, number 14 in center field is Ben Lousing. In the 3-hole, number 18 playing left field is Ryan Williams. In the 4-hole, pitcher DHing Henry Vetter, number 15. In the 5-hole, number 10 playing shortstop Mason Tice. In the 6-hole, in right field, number 2 Nakai Scott. In the 7-hole, number 8 playing second base is Andrew Elbert. In the 8-hole, number 22 at first base, Ben Galinas. And behind the plate, number 4 is Dean Missy. So our starting lineups here for this evening's nightcap. Mitch, tell me, we've seen them now. Best uniform of the day.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
Gang colors. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not talking me. What is your bet? You've seen all the
My favorite.
What's been the best one of the day?
Man, to be honest with you, I'd probably go Fords on Wild East. I like the black and yellow. They are nice. I do like the piping they have around the neck and the arm sleeve there. I do like the simplicity of what North Point does have to offer, but I think East for me today was that I do like pinstripes. So of course I got my ties to my Timberland guys, but
South we're popping the pinstripes as well.
Yeah, the little gray like a I don't know what color gray that is. It's almost gives like a brownish kind of look. Huh? Yeah, I don't know what that means. RGBs, I just learned what those were. So
I love this right here. This clean white with the piping. That professional look.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think like if you look
Washington
at some
here,
yeah, the classic uniforms like the Dodger
Royals,
that color. I do like the royal blue.
Yeah.
Vibe.
Yeah, I do too.
I think my favorite colors in general are navy and red. Mm-hmm. As far as uniform combinations, navy, red, white. I think those are my personal favorites. And recently it's been the Diamondbacks colors, but that could be for bias reasons.
See, now they're checking his stance. To me, this stuff is getting ridiculous. No offense to the umpires, he's doing his job, right?
But yeah, Coach, I think Coach
these
asked.
Rules are getting a little kooky with the stance and stuff at this point, the hybrid stances and stuff.
Well, I don't know what this comes down from Misha. And I'm not sure what the point is.
And I think it comes not just Misha. I'm not sure, but how much does the National Federation of High Schools get involved in this too?
Yeah, that could be. And you're correct. That could be passed down from them making states do that. That was a nice little off speed there.
Henry Vetter, this is going to be a fun one. It'll be interesting. I haven't seen him pitch. This young man's got a lot of life in his arm. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gonzalez, who is hitting the cover off the baseball. 2-1.
I tell you what, I don't know that I have seen this young man
Gonzalez is
play.
hitting .418 on the season.
I tell you what, is the way that he goes about his business on the infield.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly!
That is some good off speed right there, Mitch, to finish off Gonzalez at the top of the order.
There's one thing that can beat good hitting, and that is good pitching. You want to know another fun stat?
Yes, I would.
I know this kid too. And his family.
You want to see my shock face?
There's going to be a few on the North Point side that I know.
Brendan Dickherber at the plate. Fouled it back to the screen.
Just a few.
Just a few. Mitch, it's been a good day, man. I've enjoyed calling baseball with you. You got one more here. It's a beautiful night out at the ballpark. The lights are coming on. The sun is down. Got the nice
Hopefully he's all right.
just a bit outside. He lost that one. Got the clouds, the pink, right? You know,
Behind us.
I love it. Oh. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike. That is popped into foul territory and going to get out of play.
That's me. Nobody can see me when I am yelling at the third baseman with my hands to get over there and help out.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Dickherber.
Unless he doesn't like the kid.
I don't know. Get over there and help the man, right? There's a brick wall.
And a bleacher.
It
That's
did.
where the dugouts or the bullpen guys sit.
Great piece of hitting by Dickherber down the line off the wall.
Oh, look at him
He's
run.
heading into second for a stand-up, 1-out double. It's funny watching these kids who've never had to deal with that wall jet out like that coming over to play that baseball.
Yeah, and if it just so happens to sneak back there, you know, you still got to be able to play that.
Exactly.
So you got to respect it just a little bit.
So a double for Dickherber brings up Kevin Mangrum, the third baseman. Mangrum has been good for this team. 314. He's got 10 ribbies. 6 doubles and a triple. So right here, this is some tough stuff. And you got Cowling on deck. And that's away from the catcher. Missy all the way to the backstop. Now Dickherber's at third base. On the wild pitch, that makes a big difference, Mitch.
Anytime you can move up 90 feet.
Right? Especially with less than 2 outs.
Yeah, big time.
Big fly gets him on the board here.
With 2.
And a ground ball to the third baseman. Nice play out there by Colton Carrier. Kept the runner there at third base, and we got 2 outs. Cowling got an opportunity to give himself the lead.
That's what I do like about high school. Then when you get like into your, college and then obviously professionals, most time your pitchers don't hit. You might see it a little bit in college.
Right.
But this is typically it for these guys.
Yeah.
You need a wave to them down there. The peanut gallery. I think,
0-1.
I think they're Snapchatting. Can almost guarantee it, Brian.
1 ball, 1 strike. Just got to let him know it's a live mic.
No, we'll just take take pictures with them next time they try to do selfies.
2 balls and 1 strike to Cowling.
I think last year, if I'm accurate here, Cowling was injured a little bit last year, wasn't he? Or did he just have kind of a down season?
No, I don't think he had necessarily a down season. I mean, I think he's bigger, stronger this year. That's what I think. I mean, last year when we saw him pitch, he was still pretty lanky. I don't think I mean, you look at him here and just how much more physical he looks and imposing. Oh, here comes the runner. And that is strike. Boy, that is scary. On the big swing. Wow. That's a strike out for Cowling and 3 outs, and we go to the bottom of the first inning. North Point 0, Washington coming up. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. Let's set the defense for this North Point squad out here. Of course, the battery, Jack Cowling on the mound, Brady Eisenbath behind the plate. At first base is Peyton Burdell. Aiden Cox at second. At shortstop, Joe Gonzalez, and at third base is Kevin Mangrum. Jack Coppage in left, Brendan Dickherber in center, and Braden Clousey in left field. So, the battery mates here, Jack Cowling. I haven't seen him pitch. This is actually the first time I've seen him pitch in, it's probably 2 years.
Yeah,
sophomore year.
Yeah, I feel like that was the game
we were
Troy.
Out there with Troy. Exactly, yeah. Mitch. And so it's been a while, and he's definitely much bigger, stronger. And our player spotlight presented by Youth Baseball Midwest, featuring Jack Cowling here on the season. This is his 4th start, his 4th appearance. He's 2-1. He's got a 2.80 ERA. And he's got 19 strikeouts, 7 walks, a 1.70 whip, and a 2.33 OBA.
Take it. I like that 1.07 whip.
Did I say one? It's 1.70.
1.70.
Yeah, 1.70. So he's a little up in that category. That's what I mean. I mean walks.
Look at Joe out there dodging bugs.
It's probably a wasp. They've been rolling around here, man. Joe's like, don't sting me, bro.
I hope you guys got that on camera because that needs to go on like a bloopers reel.
Colton Carrier steps in here for this Washington Blue Jays squad that we saw last week struggle against Hollingsworth. He squares to bunt, takes strike 1. And here you have another big, tall, rangy right-hander, and they had all kinds of trouble with the same type of pitcher last week.
Yeah, and I mean, Cowling's that kind of guy that's going to create more problems for Washington, assuming he's in the strike zone.
Exactly. And I think he's probably a little bit, probably a little bit more velocity-wise than Hollingsworth.
Yeah, I would say 2 to 3 maybe. Yeah. So he might be like 83, 84. I think Hollingsworth today was like in your 81s to 83 kind of velos.
Yeah. Cowling's definitely mid to upper 80s.
They're having some sign issues.
Big cut. It's quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Colton Carrier. Our player spotlight featuring Jack Cowling This young man has been on the scene here at North Point. Geez, that was his sophomore year. They were still very, 2 years.
I think he's
the
the first graduating class, right?
Is he really?
I think
part
so.
of that could be. And starts off the ball game with a strikeout of Carrier for out number 1. Brings up Ben Losing, the center fielder.
I tell you what, the way North Point manages their infield right now, they got a really good infield.
Absolutely.
The way they flip the baseball around, the decision making, the throwing angles, the velocity in the baseball. That's a good North Point defense.
Strike 1 to Losing. Strike number 2. Getting here, filling up the zone, Mitch.
Little Phillips 66.
Ooh, I like that. Oh. Froze him on the curveball for strike number 3. 2 outs now. Ryan Williams, the left fielder at the plate. Ooh. Just didn't quite get it bent. He's throwing that curveball early and often, Mitch.
Yeah, a little sweeper action. I'm not. He's also got a little bit of a cut to his fastball, so I don't know if that is natural or if that's, it's just the way that, he's trying to cut the baseball.
Mm-hmm.
A little changeup or something, but I like that depth that he's getting out of the sweeper, so it gives a different look than that cutter or whatever that fastball is. It's moving away from righties.
2 balls and a strike. Just kind of let that one sail.
That might have been close to 90, Brian. Ain't nobody got no guns out there, so I can't tell you.
So a 2-out walk for Ryan Williams brings up the pitcher Henry Vetter. And our player spotlight for Washington, Henry Vetter. This young man, not only is he's hitting in the lineup, he's producing some. He's got 3 doubles, a home run, 5 RBIs. He's slugging pretty good. But this young man has been very good at on the mound as well. Didn't get a good read back at first. Henry Vetter is also he's 1-3 on the season. This is his 6th appearance. 19 2/3 innings. He's got a 3.20 ERA, Mitch. He's striking folks out, 23 Ks, 13 walks, a 1.07 whip, and a 111 OBA. So not only is Vetter doing well on the mound, but he's also doing well at the plate. He's a lot of everything here for this Washington squad. Popped it up. Here's something you don't have to deal with in the afternoon high school games.
Yeah, this is the twilight hours, too. It's tough to see when the ball gets up there.
Our player spotlight, Henry Vetter, presented by Youth Baseball Midwest. We're through 1, 0-0.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development, whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness. Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
Major Tom to ground control.
Oh, I like that. We got the hippie drug culture music references going big time.
Back to business here. We got Hickman. The Cupies beat Battles 9-6. I almost went 6-9.
Yep. Ooh.
Yep, almost went there. Old boy could have gave me some issues for missing that one. But we had some updates earlier. There's some games actually still playing. Winfield came back, made that game close, end up losing that game to Warrenton, but it was a 6-5 winner for Warrenton. They were actually being no hit up until late into that game. And Summit Christian Academy against Canadian Varsity Cougars.
Yeah.
I don't know where that is. Either one of those schools, they're tied 2-2.
Summit Christian's our number 1 team in the Class 4.
Class 4. Mm-hmm. Where is the Canadian Varsity
that
Cougars?
I don't know. I have no clue. That part I don't know.
Did some team from Canada come down and play them?
Maybe.
I got to look
I can
that
see
up.
that. I could see that.
Rockwood beat Eureka 5-4.
Rockwood Summit over Eureka 5-4.
5-4.
That's a good win for Summit. Coach Schneider, congrats. Peyton Burdell at the plate. Vetter spins one up there. It's ball 1.
There's things in this game, Brian, that I'll pay attention to. And Coach Golf was over there at third base, and Vetter, who was the last man there that made the out for them, he went to go give a sign. And, they got the cue cards.
Right.
He didn't have his wristband. And you could see Golf's body language. Like, it's small details like that drive coaches bonkers.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a lack of focus or a lack of being or preparedness.
Preparedness. Yeah, I agree.
If you will.
1-1 pitch. Line back up the middle. Nice piece of hitting there by Peyton Burdell. Just get the barrel on it. Just get the barrel on it and let the velocity do the rest. Brings up Eisenbath. Eisenbath on the season hitting .333. He's got 3 doubles. Strike at the letters. See, personally, that's where I love. I like that high strike. It's where it is, right?
Yeah, he was tight on a zone that we were seeing earlier today get called on that outside corner. He was keeping it a strike.
Yeah.
He wasn't giving the white of the batter's box.
That's fouled back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the player with 2 players with the best numbers on the field.
25?
No. Henry Vetter, the hitter. 2 best numbers on the field. 15. Heck yeah, dude. That's what I wore. That's why it's the best.
And what? Cricket?
He's a funny man. When I played football, when I played basketball, when I played baseball, it was the number 15.
So you were a quarterback?
When I played soccer, I wore the number 15.
Why number 15?
I don't know. I just liked it.
There's got to be a reason. You born on the 15th?
No. No, I just always have liked the number 15. No, there was nothing that was significant outside of anything that way. It just wasn't. I just liked the number. Okay. Started when I was playing soccer as a kid. I just liked it.
Had like 15 goals in a season or something?
No, I didn't have that many. No. I had a few.
Soccer is one of those sports that is not on my TV.
No, I don't watch. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of soccer. I love playing it. I enjoy the sport. I like the sport.
I like doing tricks. I don't like running anymore, as most of you guys can tell.
There's times when, though, if the, during.
Ooh,
oh! And Vetter domes him.
Let me ask you this: would you? I actually think that he kind of stuck his head out to it. Would you say something if you're golf? Would you ask questions?
No, because honestly, you get hit in the head. There aren't too many officials going to look at you and go, they're going to look at you and go,
Like,
Coach,
you
go
did
back
it
to
on
the
purpose?
dugout. Nobody's going to stick their head out to get domed.
So-
Now, the chicken wing, I understand. But not the dome.
I had a former teammate of mine. We were competing against each other and standing in a batter's box. And in a season, I got hit 22 times one time, in about 90 plate appearances or so. Got my on base percentage was pretty high. Like it literally 1/5 or 4th of my season was hit by pitch or getting on base. But I had an old former teammate earhole me. And he apologized, felt terrible. I go, you don't throw hard enough. It hurt me. He hit me the next at bat, too.
Oh, okay, fine. Braden Clousey at the plate. Takes ball 1. First and second, we got a runner for Eisenbath. Number 2. Is that correct, guys? Is that number 2, Drew? You got the camera over there.
I got 2 for Eisenbath.
2 for Eisenbath. That is Chris Torres running for the catcher. That's a strike on the corner. Coach calling out the call. Turns and bunts. That's a great bunt. It's going to go foul. So it wasn't a great bunt because it went foul.
Yeah, it was still a great idea then.
It was a good idea. Really good idea. Just didn't quite get it to stay fair. And 2, that's the thing. Most of these fields are crowned, so you're always going to get that roll towards the foul.
Little lean, how the earth is shaped. Got to play the earth, right? It's not flat.
And Vetter comes back, blows the fastball upstairs by him, swing right through for out number 1. Jake Coppage at the plate. So I wonder what number did you wear in high school baseball?
Tell you how I got picked. I wore number 0. My first number was 00.
Okay, double aught.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I picked it. I think my dad picked it because it'd be cool and different.
Yeah.
It went to 0, and I wore 5 most of like my grade school, middle school days, really middle school. And how I got 25. Now, obviously, at the same time, I loved Mark McGuire, those kind of the big home run hitters. Our high school used to hand out jerseys based on size. So if you were a
you
small,
got whatever you got.
Yeah, if you were a small, you wore number 1.
Right.
If you were a 2X, you wore number 25.
Right.
So guess who got the last number on the team?
You did.
The biggest guy on the team.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up wearing number 25. And then, as a baseball guy, I started trying to pay attention to who wore number 25 because, high school days are a little different than grade school. I don't think grade school numbers really care that much.
No.
Maybe they do now, but back then it was just like you wear a number. Coach always got 1 through 12. If you had 12 players on there, you had 1 through 12.
Right.
Kind of like the Yankees used to do with their, how they got their numbers. With
we got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Sorry, Mitch. Real quick, catch everybody up here. That one was right in his kitchen. That was just self-preservation.
Look out! There's defensive swings that you don't get hit, right? But yeah, that's how I got it. It was my size that led me to a number 25, and then I got involved. Yeah, baseball. So I actually wore 35 for a short time.
Is that right?
Yeah, Frank Thomas put up like 7 or 8 years of like 300 average, 100 RBIs, 30 homers, something stupid like that. Like, 90 runs scored. And I was like, you know what? I share the same last name. I'm going to wear his number.
Heck yeah, dude. Why not?
But I didn't hit 300. I didn't hit 30 homers, and I didn't have 100 RBIs. So I went back to 25. Where I hit 305 with 3 homers and 13 RBIs. I have no idea. I'm making stuff up, but I've never had 500
You didn't
at-bats
hit,
in a
what
season.
was it? How many? You didn't hit 70 home runs like McGuire.
I might have 70 in my lifetime.
It's hard to hit home runs.
It is hard to hit home runs.
It's even harder to hit triples.
I have a few of those. I actually, you want to know? You want to know another fun fact? I have more high school triples than I do homers.
No way.
Yeah, Rittner didn't have a field.
Oh.
Or a fence. Excuse me. They had a
Gotcha.
field. We played on it, but we didn't have a fence, and so I could hit a screamer, and it would roll all the way up that hill. And I'd trot myself into third base. I actually had a record at our school for doubles. And then one year, I think I had like 8 triples. I wasn't.
really?
Yeah, I wasn't slow. Like, I mean, I was a big dude.
No, I understand.
And I could, if I got to moving, I was moving.
Kind of slow-ish.
No. You see, that's the thing is, when you look at my size, you say I'm fast. If you had to judge me based on speed, I was definitely slow. But you look at my size and you go, oh, he was fast.
He ran pretty well for his size.
For his size.
That is ball 4.
But yeah, I'm watching Gonzalez run, and I'm watching Dick Herbert run, and I'm like, those guys got speed.
So the bases, what is it,
Juiced.
guys?
Oh, smoke on the water.
Smoke on the water.
Smoke on the water. Okay, I won't sing for nobody. How was that, though? Was that all right down there? Engineers? We went to negative viewers.
Well, lost all our viewers. That's a big-time fastball, Mitch.
Good swing, too.
Gotta love that. Here it is. See if you can hit it.
Here's my best heater. Here's your best swing. Let's see who wins.
Aiden Cox at the plate just swung through that. It's probably up a little bit much in the zone there, but not too much.
Well, you like to see that here, though. You got a runner at third base. You hit the ball in the air. It's a sac fly.
Yep. Oh, no. The miscue. Missy. You got to catch that for your pitcher. That's not a wild pitch. That, to me, is a pass ball.
That is 100% a pass ball. And it's one thing, to be honest with you, I wish that scoring would give those errors instead of just a pass ball, because I think that's a mistake.
I don't disagree because, I mean, that was a catch. Is it a fast? That's a catchable baseball.
It's got to be caught. It's not even catchable. It's got to be caught.
Oh, that's that's one of those bummer city-like wows.
Well, that's one of those things. If I'm Washington, I'm saying thank you for that.
Yeah, North Point gets 1, but Strands 1. We're going to the bottom of the second inning. Score 1-0 North Point. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. We want to thank Legacy Performance Academy for sponsoring Youth Baseball Midwest, our broadcasts here all day today. It's been a lot of fun. Maximize your performance with Legacy Performance Academy. Go to stllpa.com. Maximize your potential. Right. I'm sorry. Well, you can maximize your performance. Your performance and your potential. But I
Holy
thought,
smokes.
is the saying maximize your potential? Oh, I messed it up. Maximize your potential, Mitch. With Legacy Performance Academy, STLLPA.com. Let's move on. Woo, mercy.
I tell you, I think I watched too many commercials, and I'm way too immature.
Henry Vetter was the last out of the inning. Brings up Mason Tice, who little flare pop up to the second baseman for out number 1.
I will tell you that I think the up the middle for North Point may be the shortest up the middle that we have seen this year. We watched a lot of baseball games, but that tells you, like, we'll go back to it. Size don't matter.
No. Because those are two really good middle infielders.
Yeah, and you got Dick Herber out in center field.
They are strong up the middle. We got a 0-2 count to number 2, Nakai Scott. Oh, what a play. There's feet first, and he just slid right into the wall, but that was a heck of a play over there by Kevin Mangrum, the third baseman, for out number 2. Cowling, look at Cowling. He's like, I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks. Thank you for sure. Thank you for being a friend.
Andrew,
It's getting late.
Andrew Elbert at the plate swings and fouls it back into the netting. Wow. We've seen some defensive plays here today, guys.
Well, how many have we
Oh my
seen on the
gosh.
wall?
I know, right?
You know, I think we've got at least 3 plays that have been on the wall. One's gone into the stands. 2 of them slid into it.
Man, Oshevitz. We got
Yeah.
the back flip or the front flip, whichever you want to say, by Ramos.
Yep. Chiodini's third base play was.
Oh, I know. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Elbert.
But you're seeing why these teams are ranked because, again, going to North Point's infield, I'm telling you what, I'm impressed with their infield. What they hit the plate.
I think so. That's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But I think these boys are. This is the first graduating class, I believe, for North Point. You know
Ooh.
what? I got connections.
You got connections. Go ahead, Mitch. 3-2. Full count.
I'm going to ask them.
I think you should.
Don't make me do it.
That is a swing and a miss. And a 1-2-3 for Jack Cowling. We're going to the top of the 3rd inning. Score 1-0 North Point.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development. Whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness, Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
All right, folks. We're going to the top of the lineup and our perfect segue into our Youth Baseball Midwest Player Spotlight, Joe Gonzalez. Mitch, we were talking about him. He's a little bit diminutive, right? But Joe Gonzalez on the season, this young man's hitting .418. His on-base percentage is .515. He's slugging .491. 21 runs scored. He's got 2 doubles, a triple, 10 RBIs at the top of this order for this team. And he plays a tremendous shortstop. You've seen him play quite a bit.
Well, I haven't paid attention to him.
Really?
To be quite honest with you, what made me eye-opening here was the way that he handled his infield routine. It's kind of the way he flipped it, the way he turned to, the way that he set his footwork. I just, I definitely had like a Latin vibe kind of thing to it, just because the way that he kind of played with the swag that he had at the position. It's that's what these young players are doing. I'm excited to watch this young man do his thing.
Absolutely. So he's leading off the inning here. Joe Gonzalez, our player spotlight presented by Youth Baseball Midwest. Squared to bunt, gets it back, and it's ball one. Pops it into shallow right field behind first base, second baseman up.
It's a good play.
Nice play by the second baseman,
yeah.
Elbert. Out number one. I thought the first baseman was going to run over
Well,
him.
it did end up being a can of corn for the first baseman, but with that ball, it works back towards the line. So
That's where the communication. Got to keep that in mind, and that is outside, ball one, to Dick Herber, who doubled and was stranded at third base and almost caught a baseball bat in the noggin, taken off for home plate.
that was dangerous.
That was dangerous.
I was not a fan. I panicked a little bit.
I did too, and especially when Cowling took that big hack.
It's 2 strikes.
Yeah.
You can't do that with 2 strikes. You should have taken it earlier because he would have had it.
2 balls and a strike now to Dick Herber. Another good crowd out here this evening, Mitch. Swung right over the top, 2-2.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's underneath the awnings over there on Washington's
Right.
side, but you could see some of the North Point fans sitting in the stands, and Washington's a good 45-minute hour drive to here, and North Point is within 15 minutes.
Fouled it off the big toe. Got the glow of the lights from Ozzie Sports Complex over there. Been there a few times
Just
in my baseball life.
Yeah, I've played there when I think Lindenwood actually spent a few. Lindenwood or St. Charles actually spent time playing there when it was first built.
Is that right?
Field A, at least.
It's a good battle up here between Vetter and Dick Herber. Fouled it into the glove and caught by Missy. That's out number 2 on the K. Kevin Mangrum at the plate. Made the nice play. Slid feet first into the brick wall. Smart man. And made the catch. Fouls that back out of play.
I got 2 fun texts. One of them was my trusting source.
Okay.
You should know who that is. He's been on this show before, actually. Good beard, good mustache. But he said Cowling is the first graduating class, or this senior group
2025.
is the first 4-year.
4-year, right. There's other kids that have graduated.
Yeah,
It's the first full 4-year class that graduates.
Yep. And then someone acknowledged me that the center fielder The center fielder is complaining about the glare of my forehead.
That would be the center fielder of this game is Brendan Dicker.
Nah, it's got to be his dad then. I'm trying to look for him now.
Glare. I'm glad I'm wearing a hat because it would be terrible, Mitch. He couldn't see out of both eyeballs.
That's funny. I got to look for him now.
Oh, now, yeah. You got to give him some business.
Yeah, he's a firefighter, I think.
Visit to the mound by the catcher, Missy. Swing and a miss, strike two.
He's here somewhere. He keeps telling me he's here. I got to figure it out, and I keep looking around.
He's probably behind here, behind the press box somewhere.
He's probably getting adult sody pops.
And that is off the glove of the catcher again. Ball four, almost domed him. So the 2-out walk to Mangrum brings up Jack Cowling.
This young man behind the dish, I thought he did a nice job the other day catching last week when we saw him over at home. I thought he did a
Mason
nice job.
Tice,
yeah,
right?
I thought he did a good job catching him. Seems like he's struggling a little bit today with just the nighttime maybe, or it's not really picking up the baseball.
Might be a little bit difference in velocity. Swing and foul tipped into the glove. I mean, and again, Mitch, you've been a catcher, and you don't, everybody goes, oh, why isn't he catching? Well, I mean, you put a guy out there like Lohman, you got to have somebody who is a high quality catcher to be able to deal with that kind of arm.
Yeah, and I don't think, again, going back to high school days, we had guys that threw hard, but 85 and 88 was hard, and that was easy. You get to college and you have to make some adjustments. The first time I seen a guy throw in 94, I was standing in a batter's box, and then I had to go catch him. It was like, man, it was way easier to actually catch it than it was to hit it. My eyes were behind it. But, we talk about guys like Barry Bonds. He's like, if the catcher can catch it, I can hit it. It's just a different tool of catching the baseball. So that was one of the things that I always loved about who I think Barry Bonds is maybe one of the greatest of all time to do.
Absolutely.
To hit.
Absolutely.
And we could keep pumping him with steroids to let him back in the game. I'm fine with it. I'll do it. Just let me have a cool million and...
folks, the opinions of...
come on. It's entertainment.
Are not necessarily those of youth baseball Midwest.
I don't want the high school kids to do it. They still got to play for the game that's pure.
Had to do it just in case.
Listen, have you seen John Cena?
I have.
WWE just happened. The Rock is 65 years old.
I mean, that's a good throw. Safe.
I tell you
Stolen base.
Huh?
WrestleMania was happening.
I was getting there.
It was happening, and there was some stuff. He's up there singing. I forget. I don't even know what he's singing. Somebody was real or something like that. I don't even know what it was.
He probably came out to John Cena's.
He was going up big time with it. The WrestleMania 2 nights. Yeah, I can't do it.
Well, Randy Orton's still in it.
John Cena broke Ric Flair's record. That's all I heard.
Of what? Most times winning?
Most wins? Yeah. Most wins.
Most championships.
Most championships.
So does that mean he lost that many too?
Probably more.
He went heel, if I can remember, which I think upset a lot of people that John Cena went heel.
Man, we're losing it big time. Now we're in WWE, baby. We're just WrestleMania.
Hey, you can't see me, buddy. Can't see me.
Yeah, right. In the meantime, Henry Vetter has walked two runners, or two batters, I should say, excuse me. And coach is out for a visit to the pitcher here in the top of the third inning. Now this game, the pace of this game is much different than the first two.
I feel like it's a little bit slower.
It is.
A little bit slower.
Yeah.
Were you in the St. Louis area when they had wrestling down at the Chase?
I was not.
It was not. Like, we're talking Junkyard Dogs, King Kong Brody.
Remember Junkyard Dog?
Yeah. Yeah, Cowboy Bob Orton, Randy's dad, my dad painted his house, and he said that his doorways weren't your typical, like, 7 foot, 3 feet wide doorway. They were more like 8 or 9 feet tall and like 4 feet wide.
Peyton Burdell at the plate takes ball outside.
That's what was on free TV.
This is a big spot right here for Henry Vetter. With Eisenbath on deck, Burdell's a big bat in this lineup. Pops it up, and it's going to be into the seats. Strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike to Peyton Burdell.
We're all here watching baseball. Make a play. Everybody runs out of the way so they don't get their hands hurt.
It's true. That's true.
I've missed my fair share of foul balls, buddy. I'm all right to get laughed at. My team definitely laughs at me.
Outside.
We were at Fordham University, and we were on the first base side, and there was a screamer off the right-handed bat and was heading right for our head coach's face. Stuck my hand out, snagged it.
I thought you were like going to dive and do the skadoosh.
No. My head coach had covered her head as this for softball at WashU.
Yeah.
We were playing NYU. She had covered her head, and I caught that ball. I got a standing O, like, had to come out. I threw it back and everything, and they put it on their little, like, top 10 thing.
Video board. Yeah.
That's my proudest moment.
There you go, baby.
Saved my head coach.
2-2. I'm sure she was thankful. And a swing and a catch and the out. So North Point strands 2, and Blue had called him out. We're going to see. Nope. He's saying no. So North Point strands 2. We're going to the bottom of the third inning. Score 1-0 North Point. Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow. Here in the bottom of the third inning, we got Ben Galinas, Dean Missy, and then Colton Carrier back to the top of the order. And Colton Carrier is a part of our Youth Baseball Midwest Player Spotlight today here in the third inning. We're going to get a look at this young man. Colton Carrier is a young man I met. He plays for Washington Post 218 in the summertime. Struggling here, but it's tough because a lot of hitters here for Washington have struggled this year. That's one of their issues they're having is scoring runs. He's got 7 RBIs on the season. But this young man has been playing third base very well for him. He's back to the top of the order. I know Coach Goff is trying to find ways to help these kids get going. But when we saw this young man play the other day, defensively, he plays very well at third base. He keeps going on. He's struck out his first at bat, but Colton Carrier defensively has been very good for this team. And the focus of our player spotlight here in the third inning, presented by Youth Baseball Midwest.
Yeah, he's pretty competitive too when he hits. Like you could tell by some of the things he does on the field, some body language things that, he is competitive, and he deserves that player spotlight for Washington.
And I think, Mitch, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to go look here. He's a junior. He's a junior. So, and this is, I think a lot of these kids here, they've gone through those struggles from last year. A lot of these kids, because it was 2 years ago that Washington graduated that big-time class that had won the district title. It was a good baseball team, and these kids are still finding their way a little bit. I think they'll get there. They're a little bit away. Still young.
Sometimes you get caught. Oh.
And that ball is hammered into center field for a leadoff single by Ben Galinas.
Backpicked him.
Got back in.
Yeah, that was headsy play there.
Well, I was watching the center fielder. He charged that pretty good, and I don't think he come up with too clean. He looked like he was going to fire it over to first base.
Yeah, he flipped it over to second baseman, and then second baseman was the one that flipped, tried to backpick him.
Brings up Dean Missy, the catcher.
I don't think Dean hit last time.
He did not.
When we watched him against
East.
Not.
Yeah. Squares the bunt. Oh, he's back. Nice play by Eisenbath. Quick throw. It was a good throw, just not in time.
Yeah, as a trying to coach that first baseman up in that play, you like to let him catch that ball deeper versus trying to go out and catch it and then, swipe the tag. Just let that ball travel as far as you can and drop that snap tag on him.
Man, and that's not easy to do, to be patient. I mean, we watched, you look, I think it was probably Javi Baez that really started to make that. I mean, he would catch the ball so late.
Yeah. But you think about almost everything that we do when we teach our young athletes to catch the baseball. What do we tell them? Catch baseball out front. Catch baseball out front. And we do this for 6, 7, 8 years of them playing baseball, and all of a sudden we tell them at the 14U age level, hey, catch the ball in the bag and snap tag it down.
1 ball, 1 strike. Squares again, bunts it foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Missy, Coach Goff throws out another call. And just waved at that pitch, sliding away from him for out number 1. Colton Carrier to the top of the order.
We're out here at
Wow.
this beautiful park out here in the heart of O'Fallon, right at T.R. Hughes and Tom Ginever, and we can hear frogs in the background.
Gotta love it. Another swing and a miss for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. both of these pitchers, from what we've seen in styles, they're good arms. They're both more deliberate. In how they approach the mound, getting on the mound, going, setting themselves up, Mitch.
Yeah, we saw some really fast-paced stuff. Coach Goff's mad. He's frustrated over there.
Somebody missed something. Yeah, he is. He is frustrated.
And this is the things that when you talk about a struggling offense, he's trying to put guys in position. You just talked about it, and here we are. We're missing signs. Of course, we're going to be put in.
And a good slider again by Jack Cowling. Colton Carrier's down again on strikes for out number 2, and Ben Losing is at the plate.
The one thing you can't do when you're a young team or a struggling team even is, losing focus. And so you got to stay sharp out there and focused on your coaching staff so that, when coach gives you a sign, he's trying to steal something here. He's trying to steal a run, maybe throw a ball away. If he gets thrown out, screw it.
That ball is away from the catcher. Eisenbath popped right out of his glove.
He's over there taking notes, and I'm going to assume that the note taking that he's going to have over there is we didn't execute the bunt, we didn't execute a steal, we had a strikeout. Well, when you're not scoring runs, you better execute your bunt.
Those are the things.
Yeah, because now that guy could be at third base, and it's easier to score from third base than it is, from first.
And you're in a 1-0 ball game.
Yeah, and I know that you can't play the what if game, but you would like to see the execution happen.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Losing.
And there's this thing that we have a lot of narrow vision on the field these days, and what I mean by that is they're so laser focused on one thing, so like pitcher release, if you will. And you just saw now, and Gonzalez was standing on the bag, and the pitcher had gone home. As a hitter, you need to be able to see that and say, oh, this is a fast. Just close it in on that fastball and pull a baseball. You had a whole left side, the entire left side to get a ground ball through. That'll work. Maybe not.
It's foul. Just a little bit too much at the end of the bat, Mitch.
Yeah, and Darren Sissel talked about it the other week at the Howell West game, and hitting the ball where you ain't. We talked about it earlier too. It's literally that simple. But when a guy's going to stand on the second base bag and give you the whole opening, pull the baseball.
Yeah. Wow. Losing was so tied up he didn't know whether to get out of the way or swing, and did both. We're going to the top of the 4th inning, score 1-0, North Point.
Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow.
So, any new updates out there available? There it is. That's the word, Mitch.
The games that I gave you earlier were over. I was kind of looking through some games to see if anybody had finished or there was a later start. I had Moberly going out. They won big over Centralia, 12-1. That's just a team.
Yeah, they're our number 2 Class 4.
We talked about it earlier that Lindbergh beat Lafayette. They got a back-to-back tomorrow with Lafayette. So we'll see how they can rebound there.
What do you think of Lindbergh?
I don't pay attention enough. Obviously, I'm not playing in that space anymore. I put a lot of time and invest a lot of time in the G.A.Cs. I think that's for obvious reasons. I'm in this area. It is because of you that I'm actually starting to pay attention to that stuff, though, because I have to if I want to talk about these people.
Right.
But these are people that have players on that team, and so I'm looking at the guys more than I am the overall roster. Mm-hmm. But I mean, 13-4 is a competitive team, and they've got some good wins on the season.
Yes, they do. That District 1 is going to be tough with Oakville, Lindbergh. You got Jackson still there. That's fouled back into the screen. District 1 in Class 6, that's not, you got Fox there who's playing good baseball. You have Seckman still there. I think District 1 is just going to be a tough one. Kirkwood, who's playing pretty well.
Yeah, Seckman had started the season with some tough opponents. I think they started like 0-4.
Yeah,
something like that. And I think they're 10-1 or something ridiculous over the last few. And that's a team that's still loaded.
Oh, absolutely.
With that offense, they talked about how they were going to pitch. So
Seckman currently is 10-7. They've won 5 out of their last 6. No, 7. 6 out of their last 7. Excuse me. The only team really, they beat Oakville today, which is a good win for Lindbergh. Seckman. It's a good win for Seckman, beating Oakville. Oakville's got some good arms. And they beat them 7-2, so that's a really good win because they lost to Jackson 7-1 in 8 innings. And so that's the kind of losses that Seckman's had that I think is interesting. When you talk about looking at their record, it's like, wow, they just don't come out on top of some of those. And that getting that win at Oakville today, that's good for them.
Yeah, that's the kind of break that Washington is needing. You heard Coach Goff talk about, the 3 or 4 games that they've lost by a run this year already.
Yeah.
It's a very different schedule, our record.
So Eisenbeth goes down looking for out number 1. Braden Clousey now at the plate. Vetter still out there pumping strikes, man.
He's dealing. I mean, he's got some heat.
It's ball 1.
I'm assuming this is the correct Lafayette here. St. Michael, the Archangel.
The Guardians.
Beat Lafayette.
That's probably Lafayette St. Joseph.
Okay. On
the Kansas City side of. Yeah, that's not Lafayette Lancers.
Different team.
Yep.
I was going to say that was a good win, but a win's a good win.
Lafayette, that's in St. Joe, private school, St. Joseph.
I should know that. That's my old stomping ground. That's where I went to college, Mo West. I was a Griffin.
And that's what I asked Joe Hartke last night. What is a Griffin? And he was able to respond in kind and let me know what a Griffin was.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what a Griffin is?
A lion and an eagle.
Thank you, Mitch. Good. I even asked if he was in the costume, remember? Were you there when we talked about that?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not. A strike 2. And Joe did wear the Griffin costume, the mascot costume once. Yes. He said it was very warm.
I bet. I got some more fun facts about Griffins.
That's fouled into the fence.
I had a Hot Wheel once that had a Griffin on it.
Oh, cool.
And so, of course, I had to have like 10 of them because that's where I went to college. However, the first football field that they had out there that they made turf, which was the year that I had, which was the fall of '98.
That's lined into center field for a 1-out single by Braden Clousey.
Yeah, loud single.
Mm-hmm.
That football field that they installed, I got to play on that football field. And fast forward like 2000, this was like '98. So fast forward to 2017. Casey and Ziggy Moore have bought some turf from a guy down in Festus.
Jack Coppage at the plate.
And they go, yeah, we got this from this guy in Festus. He got this place from in Oklahoma. They had this field on a college football field. And I go, man, I said, wouldn't it be wild if this was, because that's where we got our turf, was from a place in Oklahoma.
Gotcha.
Whatever, right? So, granted, I didn't think this was going to happen. I go, how awesome would it be if this was the turf I played football on? We unrolled the turf. It was the turf I played football on.
No way.
Yep. You could, in matter of fact, it was the 50-yard line, had the big logo on it. What we were going to try to do with that was redo the building, and we were going to use this kind of turf.
Sure.
And I wanted to save it because I wanted to put it out back because we have about an acre out back.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting rid of it. We sold it, but to another Griffin, which is Fontbonne. So we sold it to Fontbonne.
Very good.
Yeah, I might still have pictures of that, actually.
And that is a strike. He swung at that, didn't he?
Yep. Yeah, we talk about things being small world stuff, man. Like when I unraveled it, I can remember how many times I got put down on that turf because we had a tackle, Rico Washington, who was like 6'7", like 300 pounds. It just absolutely manhandled.
I know. You get that turf. I don't know how they clean it, but the snot and sweat and snot bubbles that have been
spit, blood.
Oh man.
You don't think about it.
Well, it's all rolled up in there now.
Well, it's not in my place no more, but the 1,000-leggers that we had in there.
How do you clean that stuff, right? I mean,
well, they do. They got stuff that they manicure the field with, and sanitize the field and stuff with, because you do have that, and plus naturally, weather takes care of some of it.
Right.
But it ain't no different than pass blocking with somebody and them spitting on you. When you're trying to push somebody off of a block or something, and you end up spitting all over somebody.
There's a lot of stuff flying in the game of football.
Yeah, don't get in a dog pile. I can tell you that right now, buddy.
Oh.
I wore a cup in football for that reason.
Aiden Cox got a good battle going on. No, I'm sorry. Coppage. Coppage finishes, goes down on strikes.
The timing is impeccable.
Aiden Cox.
What is it? Something ferocious. I was going to give you my Mike Tyson impeccable, ferocious, whatever his interview with Jim Nance was.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to eat your children.
Yeah, just sure.
There you go. Cox just said, well, ain't no sense trying to get out of the way. It's going to hit me. Take a base.
Sometimes I wonder what the people think when they hear me on here, and how sometimes left we go or right.
We're just talking. We're talking, watching some baseball, enjoying the evening. I try to call it here and there. You got Gonzalez at the plate. We can talk. This is a big spot. I mean, Gonzalez, it's a 1-0 ball game. This is a big spot right here. If North Point can get a couple runs here, Mitch. I know it's 2 outs.
Well, he hits a ball in a gap. The guy at first base can move. Gonzalez can run himself, and he can put himself in the scoring position very easy.
Washington got movement in the bullpen. And a little flare is going to get down. And then it's
we're going to send him.
Kicked.
Oh, there! Look at Gonzalez go.
Gonzalez on his way to third. 2 runs scored on the single, and then the error allows Gonzalez to go 2 bases, and it's a 3-0 ball game, North Point.
You know, if that thing gets away maybe another 10 more feet, we might have ourselves a Little League homer. And in case you don't know what a Little League homer is, that's a single with I guess a Little League homer is the bunt, and they throw the ball around 10 times. But
I don't know if the scorers would give him 2 RBIs there. Probably the one with the other one scoring on the air, I'd imagine.
yeah, because he was holding them up. You could see Coach putting his hands up. So I don't think he gets the second one. Now, granted, I can go in and look because we'll see what Game Changer says.
Yeah, see what they did. It's outside. That
Game
is,
1.
They gave him 1? Yeah,
gave him one.
that sounds right. That sounds right. 2 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Dick Herber.
Now I wonder that if actually because Game Changer would have actually scored that, because you don't have to put in that it was an RBI. You just have to say who scored and how they got to
And
each
how
base.
yeah, because
so if that
the
error allowed it,
exactly, it'll
calculate for itself.
Yes, it will.
And you learn something new every day,
Yes, indeed.
or you just pay attention more. One of the two.
Still learning. Woohoo!
I wouldn't want to get hit there.
3 balls and a strike to Dick Herber. Mangrum on deck.
Uh-oh.
That is
That's
hammered.
Maybe not.
Oh!
That hit him in the face.
Off the end of his glove. Here comes Dick Herber around and is going to slide in safe. Man, he can get around the bases. And I'm not quite sure what happened, if he lost the ball or what there, Mitch.
His feet went out from underneath him, so I think he just kind of bit the dust like that. I think that bounce hit him in the face, though. I actually thought it was hit better than that. I thought it was actually going to hit off the wall and just kind of hung up there. Hopefully he's all right. Maybe his ego, but.
Yeah. So I'm not even going to try and score that. I'm going air. Yeah. Big swing and a miss for Mangrum. And that's 4 runs in this inning. It's a 5-0 ball game, North Point. Vetter on the wrong end of a couple errors that have cost him. Because you've got 3 of those 4 runs in this inning that are unearned.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit frustrated.
Yeah,
I don't blame him here. You'd like to see him, kind of have a little veteran presence here, but the catcher just whiffed on another baseball, and he's like, he's over that.
That's lined into left field for another base hit in this inning.
I think Coach Goff's going to get him.
Yeah, he was warming up anyway at the start of this inning, so tough outing for this young man. I thought he pitched very well. Should have been out of this probably with maybe 1 run scored.
And I mean, you obviously don't know what happens in situations like that, but Gonzalez came up with that little bloop single right there. That gets caught. Keep him here. That fly ball gets caught. It's 2-0 ball game, not a 5-0 ball game.
Yeah.
I think Vetter pitched way better than that result.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Coach Goff talked about this, though.
Yes, he did.
He talked about it this week. He talked about it last week. He goes, we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. He didn't use those words, but at the end of the day, they have to play clean, and that's not clean.
Exactly.
So
you had two of those things that he just, and he's talking to his players about it.
Yeah.
Being clean, and I'm sorry. I know it's tough, and we're talking here, and I don't mean this in a negative way towards the right field or whatnot. I feel for the kid, but those are plays you have to make. You can't. and I'm sure he's standing out there going, I let my team down.
No doubt. Like, he is absolutely out there just,
Kicking himself.
for sure. Because no player wants to go out there and make mistakes, no matter what skill level you are. But I think what the difference is you go look at some of the elite outfielders. They are practicing things like this on a routinely basis, and you just and maybe he does, and it's just a bad read, whatever. But what I see a lot in our sport right now is we don't practice enough, and so things like that, like misreads, shagging fly balls with purpose. You get a lot out of that stuff when you're on-field BP. There's a reason why we do on-field BP.
Right.
Why do you see some of your guys out there taking reps? When your team's out there on hitting, pregame hitting stuff, when you see them on the big league field, sometimes you might have a second baseman out there working.
Yeah.
Coach might be hitting it to them, but they're also playing in between if a baseball does get hit at them. And so it's just certain things that you need to read as athletes that the more reps that you can take, the more wind, understanding what the wind is doing. That's why you see people throwing at the grass in the air. Because if the wind, like I'm looking out, I just felt a nice big gust of wind coming right at our face. Maybe that ball got over that scoreboard and there's just a bunch of wind tunneling to knock that thing down.
It's possible.
Because you saw what he did. He outran it, and then he tried to
trying to come back in.
Yeah.
You saw his feet go out. So we have number 3 on the mound. I guess we probably should have. We got so caught up in that.
This one always gets me. He just had a mound visit going out there when he just came in the game, and here they go, gets his warm-ups done. Now he's got to run back out there to get the situation. Young catcher.
Caden Bricado. This is his 5th appearance. He's has one start. He's 0-1, 9 innings pitched. He's got a .78 ERA. Pitching hasn't been their issue.
No, he said it going into the game. He goes, I got 3 guys that I'll run out there against anybody in this conference. And then he's got depth. I think he just needs maturity, and there's going to be a lot for that maturation process. They're going to have to take some lumps. But if they don't learn from stuff like this, that's their fault. And that's the one thing you want to take away. They did it last week against East. Mm-hmm. They went out there, played a similar way, made some mistakes. They went out and played a much better game against East the next day. It's still everybody's number 2s. Offense is probably going to be similar.
So it's ball 1 to Jack Cowling. Caden Bricado on the mound in relief. He's got a .67 whip and a 125 opponent's batting average. And he gets the strike call there. Mangrum at first. Burdell on deck. Still have they have another lefty warming up in the bullpen.
Looks like our guy from last week for Washington.
Oh, that's correct. That would be
Warnicki, right?
Yes, Colton Warnicki. He looked good.
He did his job, that's for sure.
Yep. As you said, we're talking with Coach Goff, playing clean and being able to score some runs at bats.
Ooh.
He was sitting there waiting on it, wasn't he?
He was. I thought they were actually going to get him on a balk the one before. I thought he kind of quick
Slid through
pitch.
it.
Yeah. They really come to a stop.
Not a lot of balks called in high school baseball.
Yeah, I think for the most part they're going to, they chirp him, say, hey, borderline, or something like that, which I kind of like that.
As an official, you kind of give him a benefit of doubt. Hey, look, make sure you're pausing. close. Coaches want the call because they want their guys to move up.
Yeah. I've yelled it a few times out of my pitching staff,
Sure.
hey, get out there and come to a complete stop.
Good pitch. Cowling down on strikes, but not before North Point takes the lead.
Oh, boy. You're going on Snapchat?
Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we appreciate it, ladies. Just make sure you give Youth Baseball Midwest a shout-out, okay? Thank you.
Level up with Legacy Performance Academy. When it comes to development, Legacy Sports and Fitness is all about training the whole athlete, on the field and off. Improve mobility, boost flexibility, prevent injuries, train explosive strength and functional movements, grow as an individual. Because we know a better athlete today becomes a greater player tomorrow.
Okay. We're going to have some young ladies join us. I think go ahead and open the door. Come on in, ladies. It locked? Mitch has locked them out. He don't want nothing in it. So, yeah. Oh, look at this. She jumped right in, Mitch. She grabbed your microphone. So, what is your name?
Oh, Della Lorch. My name's Leah Koenig. I'm a lactophile.
And what? And oh, the mic. I'm sorry, we gotta do that.
My mic's
We
off?
gotta do that again. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. My name's Della Lorch. My name's Leah Koenig. My name's Emma Lechterfeld.
And what high school do you ladies go to?
Washington. Yes.
So,
Go Blue Jays.
what do you think of your baseball team?
We're not doing too hot right now.
No.
Yeah, the season's been a little rocky, but you know what they say? They only write stories about underdogs. So.
Hey, I like that attitude, young lady. I like
Think
that.
about the Blues this season. Oh wait, right now we got Ryan Williams, number 18, up at the plate.
Hey, where does he play?
I like this.
What's our what's the count?
Right now, I believe we got a. He did go, so I think we got a 1-ball, 2-strike count.
All right. Okay, let's see if he hit.
Dang, I was right.
Ooh, look at you go. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes to. We got to get to where we're supposed to go in
Okay.
Mr. Ryan Williams.
All right, we'll switch every batter. I'll do Ryan. They can do.
Okay.
Who's up next, Henry? And then
So
Mason.
do you know Mr. Williams?
I do actually. He's dating my friend.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
She's
down there
she's
too?
supporting.
She's right there.
Yeah,
Okay,
Grace. We're giving you
All
a
right.
shout out.
So what, ladies? What grade?
We're all juniors.
You're all juniors. Okay. Okay. Do you guys play sports at the school? Ryan Williams goes down on strikes.
Ooh, up to the plate, Henry Vetter. Number 15.
Oh, he's pitcher.
Oh, pitcher.
Well, he's not pitching anymore. They just took him out.
Oh, wait. We swapped.
He's DHing. He's the DH.
DH.
Give him a shout out.
Yeah, well, sure.
He's going
Shout-
Henry Vetter. Oh wait, no,
He's
he's,
go-
a junior.
he's going
He's
D1.
just a junior.
Going D1. Shout out to Maddie Sperry, his lovely girlfriend.
How do you know all these people?
We go to school with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a small school.
Is it a small school?
Small town, yeah.
Everyone knows each other.
We were there. We were there last week.
Really?
Yeah, we
Wow.
called the game from your guys' home. Where were you guys?
Oh, probably not there.
Probably. At
Evidently not.
What,
Probably at
what day
work.
was it?
It was last Tuesday. We
Oh.
could go this Tuesday.
Smoothie
today.
King got me working hard.
We had the Fort Zumwalt East versus the Washington Blue Jays.
Was not there for that. Did we?
Okay.
Did we win?
No, East won.
Oh, okay.
East won.
Ah, typical.
Now,
No, that was Leah. All right. Someone else want to jump in here?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay, you got
Oh
it.
yeah, go Leah. All right, I'm here now.
oh, that's a good pitch.
That was a great pitch.
So, Leah,
Yep.
how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
We'll bring this over.
Yeah, it's a little far. All right.
There you go. So, yeah, what do you want to do? As far as a career, do you have that thought process yet?
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing cosmetology, but I was down there taking some photos and I was really enjoying it.
You like taking the photos?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
A little photo journalism?
Yeah,
Maybe?
not in your book, but you know what? Maybe as a side hobby.
A side hobby?
Yeah.
You ladies ever think about broadcasting like this or anything?
After
like
today, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe?
Sounds like
you
fun.
like this?
Yeah, this is
All right.
Yeah, I got
Cool
this down.
stuff.
Maybe podcasting.
Podcasting. Y'all ought to start a podcast. You know,
Yeah,
the Wildcat
after this-
ladies. Or no, it's Blue Jay ladies.
Blue-
Sorry.
Blue Jays.
I got there. The Blue Jay ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
How
okay.
long have you guys been out here?
All day. We
Yeah.
started with the first game at 2 o'clock. We did the 4:30, and now we're finishing the nightcap. It's a lot of fun.
We're giving you guys a break, you know?
Absolutely.
We're this'll just spike into
All views.
these interviews. Look
So-
at Mason's last name on here.
So talk to me about the, sports in general at Washington. Do you guys have good sports?
Yeah, they're really great.
They don't know.
She doesn't know.
We have a good
We
have a good variety.
Yeah,
we do have a good.
Our last season in football was pretty good. I mean, we beat Eureka
Beat Eureka?
in
Yeah,
football.
but we lost to Lafayette.
Yeah.
In like one of our last rounds. I don't know.
We almost made it to the Final Four, I think, in football.
Yeah, I think you guys lost in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was a really fun game.
know better than us.
The game versus
Did you guys
Eureka.
go to every football game?
Oh yes, yes we did.
It's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
School spirit and all.
Oh,
There you go.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
We're as school spirited as they come.
Yeah, I love going to the baseball games, but I've been working a lot, so I haven't been able to go to a lot of them. So.
Mason Tice is at the plate. You guys know Mason?
Yeah.
We do.
And Mason strikes out to end the inning. We're going to the top of the 5th inning with the score 5-0
Oh.
North Point.
Oh. Wait, no, Washington.
At Legacy Performance Academy, we meet athletes where they are in their development, whether you're just starting out or already on the path to greatness. Legacy Sports and Fitness is the premier program for growth, with a full training field designed to help you sharpen every aspect of your game. Paired with our elite baseball programs, we've got the foundation for your success.
So we're back. We have our Youth Baseball Midwest Player Spotlight. Peyton Burdell is the feature of this here at the top of the 5th inning for the North Point Grizzlies, and he's coming up to bat. I really like that. So we do player spotlights. Mr. Burdell here is one of the better hitters for this squad. Mr. Burdell, on the season, I got to find it. I lost it. There he is at the top. 390 batting average, 468 on base, and he's slugging 537. 12 runs scored. He's got 3 doubles, a home run, 14 ribbies. And he has been a catalyst for this team right in the middle of the order. Do you know who Peyton Burdell is? Is that on?
Probably not.
There it is on now.
No, I don't know any of the people that are on Washington.
North Point?
Yeah, North Point. I don't know any of them.
Don't know any of
Yeah.
So what do you think here? He's leading off. This guy is hitting in the five hole for this squad. What does Washington have to do here to keep themselves in the game?
They've got to work together as a team. You know, teamwork is everything. Colton Warnicki's out there pitching, number 12.
We saw him pitch last
I
week.
said
He
12.
pitched very well.
Yep,
Colton
Colton's good.
Warnicki. I like Colton.
The catcher down there, Mr. Ralph Dean Missy the 4th. You know, they just got to play catch, as you would say. Just throwing smart pitches. Probably nothing right down the middle if the Burdell is doing real good. You got to throw it on the outside, the inside. Switch it up a little for him, you know.
I like this young lady, man. She's got a working down here, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh, and that is strike 1. Oh. Look at this. You got the whole count. This whole back.
We're going to let her go. I'll just do color.
That's how you got to run the show.
Oh, and that is a ball throw. The count is now 1-1.
Hey, and a shout out to the Gilmores who are watching us right now.
Who told us
Told us
that
you were talking about
yeah.
us.
We were taking Snapchats.
That was Mitch.
The peanut gallery has moved.
The
Oh,
peanut-
and that is a strike swinging.
That's true what Mitch said. He did call you guys the peanut gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys look it up.
Yeah, 11:21 minutes into the game. What is?
What a peanut gallery is.
Oh, wait, I don't know what a peanut gallery is.
Oh,
What is it?
and that is another ball. It is now 2-2.
Very good, young lady. Very good.
Oh yeah, I played softball for 14 years.
There you
I,
go.
I know my stuff.
That's Mitch right up there. He's a big softball guy.
Oh yeah.
He kept looking behind.
Oh, and
Ooh.
that ball goes foul right past the first base line. It is 2-2 still.
You guys coming out for softball? Definitely not. Oh. Softball isn't really good.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Peyton Burdell. Eisenbath is on deck.
Yeah, he looks.
He said that we were sitting in Chiefs.
Oh,
He just got a piece of that, didn't he?
just a little piece.
It's all the way up top.
Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Part of the peanut
So Mr. Warnicki is in a tough spot here, isn't he?
He is.
nonsense happens.
What do you think he's going to throw? A fastball off speed?
I'm thinking a fastball right outside on the corner. Oh, and he hits it right in the middle of center and right field,
That's
left field.
left field.
I don't know
Very
my
good.
lefts and my rights.
That's okay. I don't
Fortunately.
either.
Okay, perfect.
So a leadoff single for Burdell brings up Eisenbath, and North Point has got it rolling again. And we're gonna get a pinch runner, number 5. That is Ollie Collier, is the pinch runner for Peyton Burdell. There'll probably be a re-enter.
Yeah.
Brady Eisenbath, the catcher, into. Oh, he squares the bunt,
Oh.
gets it down.
Oh,
Carrier
and a
can't
fumble
make
by
the
Carrier. Dang it.
Gosh dang it, Colton. You'll get him next time.
Carrier walking back to third, and he knows. He looks so disappointed.
I think we're good at this. What do you guys think? What's this guy doing down here? He's already giggling.
They don't do nothing.
Oh, and we got another pinch runner. Right? Yeah.
We've got first and second. I think we've lost it, Mitch.
I didn't. You let him in.
This is the best show you've ever had.
Is it really?
This is probably so
Okay.
entertaining for the viewers.
Oh,
Oh,
we brought in some viewers.
That's a strike.
number 9.
Well, we appreciate that.
Colsey is up to bat.
Your number 1 fan says hi to the girls.
Oh, that is my mother. So my mother is watching.
Supportive mother. Wow.
Yeah.
It is now
So say
0-1
hi to-
for the
Hi to
count.
Mom French.
Hello, mother.
French.
Oh, French. Hi, Mom. French. Frenchie from Greece. Do you know her
Oh, yes, I know the movie Grease.
favorite movie of all time?
Ooh.
Ooh, that was close to a balk, Mitch.
You said they don't call him.
I know, man. He's staring right at it, too. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, Warnicki looks, you can tell.
He's struggling.
Yeah, he thought they were going to let him. Oh,
And he gets pulled back.
Jelinas is now pulled up. Looks like he's ready for
Is
a
it
bunt.
Jelinas or
It is-
Jelinas?
It's Jelinas.
Jelinas, thank you,
Jelinas
lady.
is pulled up, ready for a bunt. As Colsey just tried to maneuver one. Looks like he's trying to advance the runners on first and second.
Like speakers, you could hear us on that microphone. Hey, you were like gonna have to let them know it's a live.
It is now two balls, 1 strike.
Is that why you were loud?
Well, just for you. When we were listening, we could hear ourselves like laughing.
I don't mind loud. That's okay.
Hey, you look really tan. Did you get back from vacation?
No, ma'am. It's just the general way when I get out in sun. It just happens.
I wish I was like that. Phil, you are like that. Hey, she's like going.
Oh, and the bunt gets down by Colsey. Everybody is running. Oh, they do not get the out at first. Colsey is safe. Bases are now loaded as number 10, Coop.
Hey, what is this?
Coop.
That's a local saying pest management strikeout for the Boots. This is for like that team. The Hoots.
Oh, is it Cooper?
So the bases are now, we call this smoke on the water.
Smoke on the water.
Yeah.
The bases are loaded for number 10.
Bears in the den, I like
coming
that.
up.
I like that.
Oh, and Coach Goff for the Blue Jays looks like he's going up to the umpire.
You guys ever met Coach Goff?
Yeah, he's
Very
one of our
nice.
teachers. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Mhm.
There, in Senior Assassin, there was a guy getting out at Four Rivers, and we saw him. He was like being all sad for the guy getting out. Good story.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times. Evan Shank, one of our insiders, he was wearing a floaty all over. Yeah, because he said that stuff, Senior Assassin stuff
Well,
thing.
they can't get them out during the game, I thought.
I have no idea. I'm just telling you, I saw him with a floaty on.
Well,
And
most
then
schools
there was
are.
a young lady that was at the studio last night, Maddie from Lafayette. She had the Spider-Man swim goggles on. So
Oh yeah.
she said she bought back in because there's like $2,000 involved in this.
Oh yeah. Ours isn't that big. It's only like
300.
300, 350.
We don't have buy-ins though. I think next
Wow.
year.
No, next year is only a $5 buy-in, and we only have
I
like.
buy back.
Oh.
Yeah, she bought herself back in.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Like
After
Parkway
that.
South is like $1,000.
all right, here we go. This is a big
Yep.
spot right here, right?
This is room for a grand slam right here. We haven't seen one all night yet. Looking for something fun. That's just a little bit low. Looks like they're gonna call it a ball.
Good job. You're good at this. This is fun.
Jack Coppage at the plate.
Go to college
I know
for this.
I'm having fun.
It is fun, right?
Yeah. I wanted to be a teacher. I might take a new career path.
Do you have to go to college for this?
Well, it depends. Maybe, yeah.
Ooh, foul tip goes right straight back.
I went to
Now
school
it
for
is 1
but
and
it was
1.
Many moons ago.
Is it like maybe for like if you want to go for like a D1 school, would be better if you went to college for it?
It just depends. You can go to a lot of different, schools for broadcasting.
And that ball hits the dirt. It's now going to be 2 and 1.
It's the turf.
Okay, the turf, the dirt.
Exactly. It is
Sorry.
turf.
Sorry, the
There
turf.
is no.
There's
no
dirt, out here.
It's maybe some under it, but
That is my bad.
we call it hitting the pellets.
Hitting
you
the
got the
pellets.
rubber pellets
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. Those things suck to get in your shoes.
Yes, they do. You're
Oh, yeah.
correct.
Oh, and he
a
launches
base
it.
hit. Oh, and he was headed back.
Oh. Wow.
Your team didn't score.
Nobody caught the ball.
He caught the ball. Okay.
Catching the ball is a
All
big
right.
deal around here. You got to celebrate the little wins. You got to celebrate everything. Yep.
So is it what?
If you can't celebrate the little things, you'll never make it to the big things.
Is it a 6-0 now?
So
Yep.
it is 6-0. The RBI single for Jack Coppage.
Number 4, Cox is up to bat.
There are
Bases loaded
currently
still.
no outs.
And what's the score?
6-0. Strike 1, caught looking.
This is Aiden Cox at the plate, the number 9 hitter.
This is our good old friend Colton Warnicki. But he forgot.
Corin
We do.
Warnicki
We
is only
know
on
his-
17 pitches
We saw
currently.
Mr. Warnicki pitch last week. Pitched very well.
Woo,
pretty
good strike.
What do you think?
Right down the middle.
So far today? Which one has been the best game?
It was the 10-inning marathon between Fort Zumwalt East and
It is now 0-2. Mr. Cox up
Timberland.
here has to protect that plate.
that was a fantastic game. It was a 1-0 ball game.
Ooh, ball inside.
That's a nice job by Missy blocking that, keeping that ball in
Oh,
front,
yeah.
not
He's-
letting that run score.
He's like a brick wall. Dean Missy out there, he's like my best friend, let me tell you.
Is he?
Yeah, he my goat, my king.
I don't even know how different. I'm not quite sure what that meant.
Oh, goat, greatest of all time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And then King.
King is just like a
he's
king.
him. Just King. He's him.
All right.
Looks like a ball low.
I'm learning
Count
some
is
new
now
slang
2 and
here,
2.
Mitch.
Hey, it's good for him.
Yep. So, like, if Mr.
Two
Cox up
balls,
here.
2 balls and
Hey,
2 strikes.
Yep,
right?
Mr. Cox up here, it's a grand slam. He would be considered the GOAT.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Only kids.
That's outside. Ooh.
Close pitch.
That's 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yep, full count right now. Cox has got a lot of pressure on him. Hopefully he can just take some breaths and do what he needs to get done.
And that is
Ooh,
ball four.
outside. He gets walked.
Ooh.
All right, let's do this. Who just made it in?
That would be
Torres?
Brady Eisenbath just
never mind.
scored.
No, that was Torres.
It was a pinch hitter.
He was a pinch runner.
Yep. Number 7. Ooh. Gonzalez? Number 7, Gonzalez up to bat.
A post-game interview?
Base is still loaded.
And
Ball
that
in the
ball's
dirt. Here he comes home. Oh, and he makes it home.
Post-game interview. Post-game interview. Yeah.
It is now 1 ball, no strike. No more runner on first, though.
Joe Gonzalez. This is a dangerous hitter.
How is he dangerous?
And this game is
Good
because
hitter.
he's a very good hitter. And this game's getting away from Washington real fast. No, that's for the field. That's for the field.
Wait, people down there, can you wait? I'm confused. Hold on. No, just sit down.
So 1 ball, 1 strike to Joe Gonzalez.
Yeah, you need to sit down. You started cheering for the wrong team.
Ooh, ball right
Grounded.
down the third field
That's
line.
fair.
Got by Carrier.
That's a
Out by Benjalinas at first.
Catch by good.
They got 1 home, but they did finally get an out for the Washington Blue Jays.
So that's 1 out, ladies.
One out.
Aiden Cox is at third now. You got Brendan Dickherber at the plate.
Yeah. I did notice left batter. I saw the infield take a couple steps up, though. Maybe
Yes,
they're
because they don't want that run to score.
Oh,
Okay.
makes sense.
Yep.
They only got 1 batter on third now.
It's 2 balls and no strikes now.
Oh, yeah. You know,
What we got, 9-0?
9-0? Oh, yeah, for the score, 9-0, 1 out, 1-1.
Oh.
Oh, and he gets hit.
Oh no. And the batter advances to first.
Is it Dicker?
Yes.
Dickerberg takes his base at first. There's now a runner at first and third. Number 12, McGrum is up.
So-
Still 1 out.
Yeah, Kevin Mangram's going to have to wait because Coach Goff is headed out to make a pitching change
Oh really? How'd you know it's a pitching change?
because he took the ball from him, and you got the guy coming from the bullpen.
There's that
You know-
Gus.
Cooper Gus is up. Yeah. You know, Warnicky, he had a pretty good inning, I'd say. 28 pitches.
Wasn't a very good inning.
Oh,
Wasn't a very good inning. Allowed a few too many runs.
yeah.
But that happens.
You
It's
know-
baseball,
Exactly. You got to shake it off and you got to improve, you know.
right? So who is the young man on the mound now?
Senior Cooper Gus.
Cooper Gus. Is
actually-
that like G.U.S.?
Yep, G.U.S.
He's actually supposed to be in our grade, but he's really smart, so he got moved up a grade.
Yes, Cooper Gus, very smart man. You know, I'm pretty sure somebody told me he has a full ride to Mizzou because of his academic scholarships he's getting. He's on pre-flight for the ACT. He did really
Really?
good on it. Yeah, he got the. Isn't that what it is for pre-flight? I think so.
Wow.
Smart man. He hasn't played very much this season, but
All around guy.
very
Cooper
excited.
Gus. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
I love to hear that. That's cool.
He is so nice. Very nice kid.
So what inning are we in, perhaps?
We are in the 5th inning.
Top of the 5th.
Top of the 5th.
Do we have a time limit, or are we just doing it?
No, ma'am. No time limit in high school baseball.
It's 10 o'clock. I was wondering if maybe.
It's actually 9:35. You are correct.
Are these goggles? Or,
It is 9-0.
Are these for binoculars?
I think it was because the first game went 10 innings.
Ooh.
Yeah, it took, and it just kind of set everything back from there.
Yeah, that's what when we walked in, they said that the game was pushed back a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, we're at a beautiful stadium, though. O'Fallon
Right.
Hoots with some lights. There's some actual bleachers. Me and, you know, Leah, we got ourselves a hot dog before this. We were really feeling the baseball atmosphere.
That's very good.
Yeah, beautiful under the lights. It's amazing that, you know, the O'Fallon Hoots let the high schoolers use this
Well,
field
they
of
don't
theirs.
let 'em.
They don't let them?
No, it's usually you have to, you know, they do this, the G.A.C. Classic. I'm sure that all the schools have paid certain amount to play. Yeah. That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah, it's still nice. It's a good experience for these boys
Heck
to get out
yeah.
here and play under the lights.
Heck yeah. It's a great venue, right?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Mangrum at the plate.
First pitch by Cooper Gus. Swing and a miss, a strike.
Coming back over here. All right. Just want to hype up Emma because she's doing so good. All right.
Runner goes.
Oh, the runner. Oh, but
Oh,
hit
that's
right
fair.
down the third base line, right past Carrier. Oh, here comes. Oh, who is that?
That's Dick Herber.
Oh, yeah. Dickerber and Cox make it home. And McGrath makes it to second, but it looks like there is. Oh, nope, just a little. Handing him the batting gloves.
Let's also make a shout out to our great friend Adam Cassabaum, who runs our Game Changer.
Yes.
Little manager. Wow, I'm liking this.
It's 11-0 ball game here. One out, and you have Jack Cowling at the plate.
What time is it? 9:30.
A ball high.
Is this your phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I? Ooh, is that your wife?
Yes, it is.
Oh, is she listening?
Probably not.
Ooh, ball outside. Although Dean Missy did a good job
Me?
blocking it.
32 years.
That's a dedicated man. I like it. Do you have
We
any
got
kids?
2 balls, no strikes here for Cooper
My
Gus.
daughter right down there. And then that's my son-in-law. And then my son is getting married this weekend.
Oh, and there it goes right to center field. Ben Losing is on the way, and he catches it for out 2.
It's a nice play. Good job, young lady. Nice call.
Manger did not. Oh, well name Manger.
Mangrum.
Mangrum did not go, so he's still at second. And here comes number 16. I don't see it.
No, we're back to the top. The Peyton Burdell. Actually, it is. It's a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter.
Number 16 is
Brody Walms.
Wilmus.
Ooh.
Brody Wilmus.
That'd be the one thing I wouldn't be good at doing this is figuring out everyone's last names.
I thought you were talking about the. Who was talking about the jerseys?
2 outs now. It's a ball outside.
Someone said that they were good, and then the other was like, no, I like Fort Small East better. These were boring.
So it's a ball.
It was a ball outside. He hits it foul right into his own dugout.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Mm-hmm.
Or not. You were talking crap on our jersey.
Yeah, the peanut gallery.
Live stuff. Live stuff here, ladies. Thank you.
A ball high. It's now 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Still the top of the 5th inning.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
And this is where you have the run rules in high school. 10 runs after 5. So if it stays like this,
Strike for Mr. Gus.
Washington will have to score 3 runs to stay in this game.
Ooh.
Or 2 runs, excuse me. 2 runs.
Speaking of 2, the count is now 2-2. Oh. And there's a ball outside. It is now a full count.
That's a big run out there if he can keep this from scoring.
And a ball high. He advances to first.
So at a base on balls, first and second. You have the catcher Eisenbath now. That's a strike.
Strike one. Caught looking.
Can you hear the frogs in the background?
I can. The crickets. That's a ball just inside.
It's a pretty big cricket.
1-1.
Low one. Almost. June 30th.
Yeah, that's a ball outside. 2-1 with runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Very good.
Is your birthday the 29th or the 30th?
29.
This is getting away from Washington pretty quickly here. It's 3 balls and a strike. Eisenbath. He's just.
Ooh,
That's a
foul
good-
ball.
That's a good pitch. That's a good pitch. Challenged him. What did? That ball?
No, there was one that rolled down off the roof earlier and smoked somebody.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, my goodness.
Full count now. Oh,
Whoa!
right up the middle. Almost hit poor
Mercy.
Gus right in the face. Oh, they
And
throw it to
the throw-
third.
He's safe. That's a heck of a throw by Losing out there.
Yeah. That was some quick reaction by Gus out there. That went right up the middle. When they tell you to hit it right up the middle, that's exactly what that ball did.
You took it too literally.
It's fantastic. Good stuff, young lady.
You know, when
And-
I used to play softball,
Yeah.
I remember this girl. My dad told her, because my dad was the coach, you know. He told her hit it right up the middle, and we're at that age where, like, you should wear a face mask, but they weren't required yet. This poor girl hits it right up the middle. It smacked the pitcher right in the nose, broke her nose completely. We had to get the ambulance out on the field. It was bad.
How old were you?
Probably like 12.
12?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was bad. It was an interesting experience. She did, though, hit it right up the middle. We got a new batter, Flores, number 23.
Very good.
It is 12-0 now. North Point did, or is it Grizzlies? Do you call them the Grizzlies?
It is. It's the Grizzlies, North
The
Point
Grizzlies. The Grizzlies did score.
Very good school.
We got a runner on first and third now.
This is a pinch hitter for Braden Clousey in Flores. On deck, we have another one. Number 8 looks like he's on deck. Coach giving some guys some at-bats. One ball, no strikes. It's top of the 5th. Yes, ma'am.
Still top of the 5th. You know, 2 balls, 1 strike. Flores got. I feel like Flores is sitting pretty right now. He could just let any pitch go by. Oh, but he doesn't. He swings and a strike.
10 after 5, I think, right?
Is when they have to end the game.
Short game. Same thing.
Ooh, and a hit right to
Grounded.
Jelinas at first and gets the out for the 3rd out of the inning. We're now moving to the bottom of the 5th. The bottom of the 5th with the Blue Jays up to bat. Hopefully they could get a couple runs to stay in the game.
We'll be right back. So here in the bottom of the 5th inning, number 13 is leading off, and he is pinch hitting for Nakai Scott. Number 13. Aiden Hopfinsberger. That's that tough one, Mitch.
That's when we needed him back in here. They know. I'm kidding. I'll tell you what, that was awesome.
That was fun.
How do you feel about like keeping a guy out like Colleen like this in this situation, up 11-0, fifth inning?
I think it's finish it and go home.
Get it done with.
Yeah.
He's only at 65 pitches.
Yeah. What else you gonna do? And that's the K. Out number 1.
Do you think about those things like when you're going through a season, like when you can save some pitches, kind of wear and tear on an arm, or you just kind of let it ride out? Especially if a kid like at 65, he's not showing signs of breaking down. Like, do you worry about that stuff?
I think it's a matter of, as a coach, you know your player. You should know your player, right? And we talk about this. I would say Coach Schmidt knows exactly what he's doing here. He knows his pitcher, knows what he's talking about, how he's feeling. He had the conversation. Let's go back out, finish this game, and go home. And that's shallow. Pop up on the infield.
You saw that ball work
out
back.
Number 2.
That ball worked back again.
It was strange, wasn't it?
I think there's some wind that's pushing through from the outfield into the infield. I think that's what we just saw there again.
But I love the help on the names. This is Jelinas, not Galinas. So I love that part. Thank you, ladies.
I'll tell you what, the young lady that ended there, she's got a future in calling games, broadcasting something. Yeah, nailed it,
bro. I was loving it. And that is a fly ball to center field that's going to end this game. And that's going to finish it. Folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. North Point Grizzlies finish off the game 12-0 over the Washington Blue Jays. Tomorrow we'll be back for the G.A.C. South. Make sure you tune in starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. For all my crew, Lauren, Drew, Mitch Thomas, thank you for joining us, tuning in. Everybody have a great evening in the Lord, and we will see you all tomorrow.